WKGC Panama City.
The Pilot Club of Defuniak Springs just marked a major milestone.
Nigerian farms to a shop in South London. Welcome back to Doing Dinner. It's WKGC 90.7. I'm Chef Chris. This is Doing Dinner. We had last week off. But today, I recently became fascinated with a show on a certain streaming service. And it streams on Amazon Prime. And it's called We Were Liars.
Okay.
And it's based on a novel by a author named E. Lockhart, and it's a YA novel, so it's young adult.
Okay.
I haven't read the book yet, but the show is fantastic. It's great television writing, and today we're going to dive into something a little secretive, a little opulent, definitely tart with intrigue. A little hint there. Okay. We are talking about We Were Liars, and it is on Amazon Prime. It is the TV adaptation of that novel I just mentioned, but specifically we're focusing on one of the most elegant and decadent pieces of that story world, and that is called The Lemon Party. And no, not like a lemonade party, but everything there is lemon-driven, and it's based on a lemon hunt, which is pretty cool. It's very classy. So those that are unfamiliar with the show or the book, We Were Liars is a story drenched in mystery, wealth, old money secrets. It revolves around a family called the Sinclairs, and they own a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. And this family is like the epitome of privilege and dysfunction. It is the most dysfunctional, interesting family story that you could see. And it's narrated by the main character, or one of the main characters, and her name is Cadence Sinclair. And she is the narrator. And it's fantastic. And then there are some other key characters. Katie, her cousins Johnny and Mirren, and their friend Gat. And together they form, quote unquote, the Liars. A group of teenagers navigating love, loyalty, and burden of family legacy. It's quite fascinating. But the narrative moves like a slow-burning thriller. It's almost like it's like a psychological thriller. It's fantastic. With a plot twist so heavy it makes you want to like rewatch this entire show. And I heard the book is really amazing as well. But now within this like gilded summer-soaked world, because they go to this island during the summer, and it's where they vacation or holiday, whatever you want to call it. Exists the Lemon Party. And it's less an actual event in the book and more of an atmosphere cue, from what I understand. But it's literally a party filled with lemons, and metaphorically it has a bunch of lemon reasoning in it, too. And it's taken on like a life of its own as a gathering or an extravagance. It's definitely an old money affair. It's bright with citrus. It's got tons of like undertones of secrets and privileges in it, and it's a really cool party that I saw on the show, and I was like, well, I want to do that on Doing Dinner. I want to throw a lemon party, and we actually are going to throw a lemon party. But the idea of a lemon party in our context is think New England in July. Picture draped linens, crystal bowls filled with like yellow and white flowers everywhere. Faux lemons, fake lemons, real lemons. Even lemons dressed in costumes or gilded in gold leaf. It's like hidden. Basically what they do is they take these lemons and they hide them throughout this entire private island. And there's like 200 of them. Okay. And whoever collects the most lemons, it's like an Easter egg hunt.
Okay.
They get like these really opulent prizes, like you win a house.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting. And it's just like, wow, people can do that, I guess. And there's one lime. And if you find the lime, then you win like the grand prize. So, yeah. In the show, I don't want to have any spoilers. But in the show, the last lemon hunt that is taken on, like, basically you win like an island.
Okay.
So it's very, very interesting storylines. And it's always like secret prizes, which is pretty cool. So, and like the hunt in the TV show, it like adds layers of the story to itself. And every lemon like conversation on the island hides something, a prize, a truth, a lie. It's very, very opulent and cool. So today we're going to build an experience around that. It's a party that feels kind of like you stepped into this Sinclair secret garden. Blends wealth, decay, brightness, lemons everywhere. So let's get into it. We're going to talk food because I'm excited about doing food for this one.
I am too. It seems like it's going to be a lot of stuff that I will actually like.
Yeah. So I want to play like with some like sensory imaging and like paint the scene with sounds. So like if you live in a place that doesn't have like the crickets chirping or whatever, you know, that classic July sound. And that's when the lemon party is supposed to take place, is in July. And but like the clinking of crystal glasses, lots of like blooming hydrangeas and laughter and like fresh cut grass. So I want to play with like all of these like grass and lemon and verbena and thyme scents that all kind of play a lot. So lots of candles burning, things smell like this. The party is meant to be eat inside, but the hunt is outside, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And like on the island, they're not just like fruit. It's not just a lemon. It holds like statements, and it's very, very cool. I love it. So I think we should have a cake. A lemon cake. Right. A big one. Very opulent, luxurious lemon cake. And like after the lemon hunt, they all kind of sit at a table and eat together. And it's, you kind of get a sight into this world that, this story and this family and why they do the lemon hunt during the dinner. And there's like pearls and lots of white and yellow. So it's pretty cool. And it's a very emotional ending to that show. So yeah. When the idea is it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt. So, and it should be a lot of fun. So
well,
I think
we're not decorating lemons. We're just putting them.
Well, there is decoration with lemons, but they aren't real lemons because the real lemons are what you go hunt for.
Right.
Yeah.
And those, we're not dyeing them like we would Easter eggs.
No.
Okay.
They don't dye them. It's just a bunch of rich people with very nice baskets running around a private island collecting lemons. Unfortunately, not all of us have private islands, but the Sinclair family in the book and in the show does have a private island, and he hides the lemons throughout the entire island. I think it's like 15 or 20 acres. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a really, really fun show. Anyway, so I'm thinking on food. Preserved lemon and ricotta crostini. I like the idea. Preserved lemons are really cool. They're these lemons that you put in like a salt solution, and you just store them in mason jars. So they kind of like take on this like fermentation flavor, but it becomes very, very intense lemon flavored. And the salt and the sugar kind of turns to this like really thick, viscous liquid that is delicious. And you can buy preserved lemons. You can find them online if you don't want to make them yourself. They do take a little while to make, but I think we're going to do some of that. And then recently I really got into orzo. I really like the pasta shape of orzo. And I think it's delicious with corn. So it is summertime. Corn is still growing. But I want to do like this really cool summer corn and orzo salad with like lemon vinaigrette. And we'll talk about that too, how we're going to do that. And then lots of like charred summer vegetables, grilled, arranged very nicely, with like a lemon oil on it. And then I think one of my favorite celebrity chefs, we would call, his name is Jonathan Waxman, and he does this roasted chicken with like this herb and lemon salsa verde on it. That is amazing. So we're going to talk about that too, and how it's made, and that this salsa verde is actually not South American or Central American, where we typically think about salsa as being that. This is actually from Italy, and it's more kind of like chimichurri. It's used as a condiment, and it's very delicious. So I think lemon goes great with chicken. And I also know that lemon goes really great with fish. I know you don't like fish, Angela, but...
not most fish.
Not most fish. So some type of very white fish. In this case, I would always kind of serve a local product. But since the story and the lemon party is based in New England, I think we should use cod.
Okay.
Which is a very flaky white fish. Recently, whenever I was in the Northeast, I got to eat some that was really fresh, and I was like, man, this is delicious. Like, not something I would eat all the time in Florida because cod isn't caught here, but I think for this party in this situation, you got to have some cod. And then we're going to make a beurre blanc with it. So lemons, capers, beurre blanc. It's basically lemon butter sauce, and it's delicious. Then I'm thinking like a lemon gremolata, like with creamy Parmesan grits or polenta, depending on what you want.
Wait, did you just say fish and grits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, it will be very, very delicious. And then I think like pea and mint salad with like lemon zest and shaved Parmesan. Very light, very refreshing, a delicious side. It's a picnic side. Yeah. And then lemon curd tarts, you got to have those. In the show they have them. And there's like a very intense scene about the lemon tarts. And I think that would be fun to like play that scene at this dinner party or at your lemon hunt. Because it's a really cool, it's great TV writing in that moment. But we could like, I think for our cake, I want to do an olive oil and lemon flavored cake with like lemon buttercream and just like make it very opulent and almost luxurious. I would probably buy this cake.
Okay.
Have someone who's a professional at cakes make this one because it's going to be a huge centerpiece to the idea that we are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be looking for the cake boss.
We're going to be looking for a cake boss, yeah. There is a couple really amazing cake makers in town.
Okay.
There is, in Panama City at least, where we do the show. There's some amazing cake makers. Definitely have to have lemonade at a lemon party. So I think a cool idea would be to, once all the lemons are found, then you use those to make lemonade. So making lemonade kind of becomes part of the entertainment. I like that idea. I like to blend food and entertaining together. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And one less thing for the actual host to do.
Yeah. You get to squeeze your own lemonade, which is great. You don't have to work. But we like hosting and we like doing parties, so. And it can kind of become like a cool build your own lemonade station. You know, have blackberries and strawberries and different syrups and like lavender and like all the things that go great with lemon. So, and then I want to do some cocktails too. I think in the show, the grandfather, who is kind of the matriarch of the family, he drinks gin. And I think doing like a gin and elderflower liqueur drink with like fresh lemon juice and then Prosecco or champagne would be great. Because it is hot outside. This drink needs to be refreshing. The party starts in the day and it ends at night. So it's going to be an all-day affair. And I think it will be really, really fun. I'm so excited. We actually are doing a lemon party in like a week.
Okay.
Yeah, in a couple weeks. So for catering, which will be fun. And then you got to have iced tea, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to. Lemon and iced tea. Can I get a lemon with my tea, please? Not the, biggest fan of sweet tea, but half and half is okay sometimes. And then just like a bunch of lemons steeped in it. It will look pretty. And it's perfect for like keeping cool during the lemon hunt. So, yeah. And we're about to go to a break, so stick around because up next we'll talk about all of that food and how we're going to make it. And, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Doing Dinner with Chef Chris on WKGC 90.7.
people are who build community. The self-starters, the friendly neighbors, the ambitious workers. And that's exactly who our members are. We're PCU. And with us, banking is made better. So whether you need a rewards checking account, financial products that assist with travel, easy business loans, or affordable auto loans, come see us so we can build the community together. Panhandle Credit Union. Banking made better.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
What kinds of things should you make time for in your next vacation to give you lifelong memories that'll make you smile?
They didn't take place at the big bucket list sites. They took place between the bucket list sites.
Get a local's advice for an excellent weekend getaway in Brussels.
Brussels is a town that attracts such a wealth of cultures.
And listeners describe what's special about where they live on the next Travel with Rick Steves. Listen Sunday afternoons at 2 on 90.7 FM, WKGC Public Media.
Welcome back to Doing Dinner with me, Chef Chris, on WKGC 90.7, and we're crafting the ultimate lemon party today, inspired by the hit novel and TV show We Were Liars. And you can't throw a decadent old money style gathering without a proper family style feast. And I think that this meal needs to be served family style. That's how it is served in the show, and they do actually have a couple chefs. Like multiple chefs, yeah.
And I fear we're going to have to use real plates and glasses.
Yeah, yeah. This one's going to be real plates and real glasses. Yeah, it just has to be. It's opulent old money. And you could definitely tell in the show the name of the island is called Beechwood Island, and it has like 3 or 4 houses on it, and each section of the family gets to stay in each different style home. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, and let's start walking through that menu that we talked about earlier. And the preserved lemon and ricotta crostini. So crostini is like bruschetta, or toast is basic. I like to grill it, like actually grill it on a grill. I think it gives it an amazing flavor, especially if you use French bread, not the hard baguettes, but the little softer French bread. You slice it on a bias. It looks really pretty. And we're going to like smear this ricotta on it. And I like ricotta only really in this case. I think ricotta is great for ravioli and other things, but as a cheese, it's really delicious on bread. And it's a good vessel for lemons, because lemon and ricotta is a classic traditional pairing of the two ingredients. And you know, preserved lemons are like deeply salty and intense, and it's really going to make this dish pop. And you kind of get that like soft, almost sweetness, very much like Cadence is the main character, and she's a very soft and sweet, but like brutally hard on herself person in the show. And then I think we should just take some hot honey and drizzle it all over the top. Hot honey is a very hot ingredient right now in cooking. People are putting it everywhere, pizzas, on all kinds of different things. And then it kind of gives this little burn to it, which is fun. And if you watch the show, then you'll get the point of why there needs to be a burn here. And, you know, it's seemingly a little innocent dish. It doesn't look like much, and then that hot honey comes in, and you're like, whoa, this is a powerful flavor. So now let's talk about corn again. We've been using a lot of corn on the show over the past couple weeks.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
But it's in season, right?
It is in season.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah. And corn kind of represents the sweetness of summer. I compare it to watermelon, not because it's a fruit, but it's a vegetable that grows in the summer, and it's delicious. And I think that corn represents in this party, and we're going to tell the story of why we chose this food. So when you're hosting it, you have the idea of telling a story of why the burn on the crostini, and why corn represents the sweetness of summer in these like very idyllic days that the Liars relished in summers. And I think they started in like 2008 and ended in like 2016 or 2017. So they go through the show, and it's like, this is the summer of 12, of 15, of 16, and kind of like what happens and transpires over the entire summer.
Okay.
because they spend all of the summers in this island called Beechwood Island. But and then combine it with orzo, which is this like really cool, chewy, small, oval-shaped pasta, and I think it's a very underrated pasta, and I really have become very fascinated with it recently, especially in salads and things of that nature. I think it goes great cold. I think it's pretty good hot. And we're going to toss that corn and this orzo, probably some chives, some thyme, a little bit of green things in there, lots of herbs. And then we're going to toss it with lemon vinaigrette. So it is a picnic salad, and it's very clean and easy to eat. But it also has like depth, and it may not seem as soft as you think it would be. So it's a cool dish, and I really like it. Now, Angela, what vegetables do you think of when summer comes around?
Outside of corn, thanks to you.
Corn? Corn's a good one. Corn's a great summer vegetable.
Are tomatoes vegetables?
Tomatoes are a fruit, but we can call them a vegetable in this instance.
Okay. Only because, I mean, you think salad in the summer.
Yeah.
And so you're thinking tomatoes, something. People probably do a lot of squash.
Lots of squash.
People, meaning not me.
You don't like squash and zucchini?
Of course not.
No?
No.
There's this really amazing squash that grows in the southeast United States called Zephyr squash, and it's like half green, half yellow. And there's a farmer here, not here, he's in Mariana, who specifically grows the most amazing Zephyr squash, and like I used to buy a ton of it from him for the restaurants. But yeah, so I'm thinking like squash, zucchini, probably going to leave corn off of this one. Definitely tomatoes. Maybe like eggplant is also another really good summer vegetable. And I think eggplant is very underrated. It kind of doesn't get its shine that it deserves. And there's tons of different types. There's these really long, skinny ones called fairy tale eggplants that I love. Mm-hmm. They kind of have a really cool design on them. They're all over farmers markets right now, all over the southeast and wherever it's growing. But yeah, eggplant is a summertime vegetable. Ironically, lemons are not a summer fruit. Yeah, which is kind of funny. But at least in Florida, lemons grow in the winter.
Okay.
They grow year-round in California. California has the best growing seasons, which is year-round. So, but yeah, so we're going to do like this charred summer vegetable. We'll put them on the grill. We'll probably leave the tomatoes raw and not cook them unless we want to like roast them in an oven. And in that case, you would quarter it and not slice it. But I think for this reasoning, we're just going to do squash, zucchini, eggplant, and tomatoes, and then we're going to finish it with like this lemon verbena oil. And lemon verbena is a herb. It does have a lemon flavor to it, and I think it's like soft and perfumey is the best way to describe it. But there's a character in the show, and her name is Mirren, and she has like this like very delicate, scared beneath the surface type, like, idolism. I don't know how to say that, but she has this way of dealing with the problems that she has in the show, and I think this dish plays into that. So, because there's a lot of cracks that are starting to happen in this particular summer I'm talking about. I'm trying not to give away any spoilers because people should watch this. But, yeah. Now, let's talk about the chicken. Because we're definitely going to use Forgotten Coast Farms chicken if you're in the panhandle of Florida and you're throwing this party, because Forgotten Coast Farms has amazing chicken. They set up, I'm going to talk about them for a second. They set up at the farmers market in downtown Panama City. And you can go to their website. They have a really great website too. But it's this farm in Liberty County, which is 2 counties to the east of us, northeast kind of. Its county seat is Bristol, Florida, so it's a very small place. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the smallest populated counties in the state of Florida. It's a very small, very rural place, but they have a farm there, and Josh and Amanda are amazing farmers. They raise chickens and pigs, and they do grow vegetables too, but they only grow them for themselves. But their chicken is retired egg-laying hens, so it's these chickens that they basically like rescue. Like they don't lay eggs anymore, and they kind of raise them for their meat, and it is delicious. And I love it. I buy a ton of their chicken. And the chicken I want to make at this party is by a chef, and his name is Jonathan Waxman. And Jonathan Waxman does he has restaurants in New York City. He has one in Nashville, and it's called Barbuto. Barbuto has the roast chicken, and so does Adele's in Nashville. So he has a place in Nashville and a place in New York. I've been to both of them. They're both fantastic, and I've had the chicken multiple times. And then I like this chicken so much, I bought the cookbook.
Okay.
Yeah, I normally do not cook from cookbooks, because I kind of like just cooking from my hip, and cookbooks are more of I love the food photography in them. I like the art of a cookbook.
Yeah.
But this chicken in particular is amazing, and it is the best roast chicken I've ever had. I've tried to make it multiple times, and I could get pretty close to as good as his, but the recipe is easily findable online, and I just recommend you do it, because once you have this roast chicken, you will never make another roast chicken. And it comes with this salsa verde. And I like the salsa verde on this chicken. At his restaurants, he also serves it with a salsa verde. And I think it's probably one of my favorite condiments for this. And you could even do a yogurt mint sauce here as well, if you don't like that. Because salsa verde does have a little bit of seafood in it. It's called anchovies. Mm-hmm. But you would never know they were there. I wouldn't tell you, Angela. I would just let you eat it.
But it's green, isn't it?
It is green.
Okay, and so that would throw me off.
You won't eat green stuff?
I'm not going to say I won't eat green stuff, but I won't eat
just a sauce that's green?
Yeah.
No? So
in my mind, it's a little spicy.
Yeah.
Or too close to looking like guacamole.
Ironically, avocados, I think I say this every show, are not my favorite food.
Okay.
They're my least favorite food.
Okay, it's good to know we agree on something.
We do not like avocados. But I still cook with them. I still make things with them. So we're going to get a whole chicken, and then we're going to marinate this whole chicken in lemon juice and lemon zest and garlic, rosemary, thyme, salt, pepper, and we're going to roast it at probably 425 in an oven until it's nice and golden brown, or what we like to call in the kitchen GBD, golden brown and delicious. So, when's it done? When it's GBD? When it's done. And then we're going to serve it with this cool salsa verde and this lemon yogurt sauce. And I think it's a perfect dish for summer. I love roasted chicken. Now I want to make this roast chicken tonight. Yeah.
Right. Seems like we should have some rice in there somewhere.
Well, you got to have the orzo dish. So it's kind of orzo isn't rice, but it's going to give vibes of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the salsa verde that we're making is not salsa verde from South America or Central America.
Or from the jar.
Or from the jar, no. It's kind of like pesto.
Okay.
And it's this green sauce, and it's packed with a ton of herbs, and it's got lemon and capers and anchovies and garlic, and it's delicious on steak. It's delicious on chicken. It's kind of like chimichurri, but I like it a lot. Or I like it a lot with fried eggs.
Okay.
Amazing with fried eggs. And yeah, so we're gonna roast that chicken off 425 till it's GBD. Be nice and delicious, and you cut it up after it's roasted.
Okay.
So then you arrange it nicely on an opulent white platter, real ceramic or porcelain.
Okay.
Yeah. No plastic trays at this party.
I know. We got to whip out the crystals.
Mm-mm.
At this point,
Crystal.
my guest needs to come with their fur coats on and
No,
opera
summertime.
glasses.
Summertime is
I don't
all
care.
white. Fur coats.
And they opera glasses.
Yeah. The opera glasses. And, that would be fun. Yeah. And, yeah, so then, creamy Parmesan polenta, bright pea and mint salad with shaved Parmesan, lemon gremolata, which is another Italian dish, and definitely the lemon curds. Bright and stunning to look at, with a blackberry and some some whipped cream on top. And I think that's going to be good. So there you have it, a full spread that any Sinclair would serve if they wanted to impress or at least distract their guests. Next up, we'll talk about setting the scene, decor, games, and how to host a lemon hunt worthy of old money intrigue. You're listening to Doing Dinner with Chef Chris on WKGC 90.7.
The stakes could not be higher. You could easily see a situation where we have higher inflation, a worse economic backdrop, and a person in the role who is not kind of willing to make the tough choices that would potentially go against the president.
I'm Michael Barbaro. That's Today on the Daily from the New York Times.
Weekdays at 5:30 p.m. on WKGC 90.7 FM.
On last week's Wait, Faith Saley approved of the new trend of bringing your parents on your honeymoon.
I like that you can have adjoining rooms and your mother-in-law can peek her head through the door and just say, if you have any questions, I'm right here.
I'm Peter Sagal. Join us this week as writer-director James Gunn explains why Superman is wearing his underwear on the outside again. That's Wait, the news quiz from NPR.
Saturdays at 10 a.m. on WKGC.
Welcome back to Doing Dinner. I'm Chef Chris, your host. This is 90.7 WKGC, and I'd like to invite you to call in. Our phone number is WKGC, 850-772-6803. That is 850-772-6803. And you can ask me questions about dinner parties or some that I have coming up, because I do have one that we're going to talk about at the end of the show that's coming up on August 2nd, and it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a cool party, yeah.
Now, before we get back into our menu, you mentioned that these chicken farmers, is that the right?
I mean, they're farmers. Forgotten Coast Farms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You said that they be at the farmers market.
Yep, farmers market in downtown Panama City.
And that's on Saturdays, correct?
Yep, it's on Saturdays.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I put that out there that the farmer market is downtown. We actually have a few of them, quite a few places around town, but the one we're talking about is on Saturdays.
It's on Saturdays, yeah.
All right.
And then there's other markets. There's one in Rosemary Beach that's on Sunday. It's really good. It's a little pricey, but it's amazing. Mm-hmm. And then there's one in St. Andrews. Mm-hmm. And then
30A.
30A has a bunch of them. The Great Market is really cool. And then there's one in Sweet Bay on Sundays as well, I think. But we have a ton of farmers markets now, which is nice because I love to shop at farmers markets. Right. If you follow me on social media, which is Chef_Chris_I, you see a bunch of like my farmers market time. And now that the food is set, let's set the scene because the lemon party isn't just about what's on the plate. It's about atmosphere, imagination, and lots of mischief. Okay. So if you watch the show, this is a very competitive family. And they all want to basically they're all competing for the will of the grandfather.
Okay.
Who has an illness and his wife passes away, who is one of my favorite characters in the show, and he kind of goes downhill from there. And it's just this back and forth of what this family wants to be left because he's a billionaire and he owns islands and companies, and basically all the families are competing to get the most out of the will, which is pretty insane. So, yeah. Now, picture a party straight out of New England estate fantasy. And New England has amazing architecture. So think those seaside cottages and very white and very colonial kind of. And I really like that. So definitely white tablecloths in this thing. Oversized bowls, just tons of lemons in them. Lemon tapestries. But the colors in the theme is yellow and white. So lots of white, lots of yellows. Flowers that have some green undertones is what I would use here. And then chiffon fabric hanging from the trees, and this as much vintage crystal glassware as you can get. So lots of glassware. Crystal. Okay. Swarovski. Yeah.
And you know, and I'm picturing the Alice in Wonderland, and this is when she was before she fell down the hole because she didn't want to marry the one prince with that kind of Bridgerton-ish, but not quite.
Yeah, like New England Bridgerton vibes. Yeah, for sure. But no logos, no sneakers.
Okay.
So, like, it's very opulent. You want this party to be opulent. So, lots of white linen.
Okay.
And your guests need to be instructed to wear yellow and white.
Okay.
Because they're going to look really funny if they show up without that.
Okay.
Because in the show, there's a moment where one of Gat shows up and he's wearing like brown.
And he kicked out?
Yeah. No, he didn't get kicked out. It was just like he didn't get the memo.
Oh.
But yeah, and then I don't want to give away the show, but there's a moment where Gat is from India, so he's joining this very white, rich family essentially, and there's a love interest there that's a lot of fun to watch. And he like his mom shows up to one of the lemon parties, and she's like, "What is going on here? This is insane." And it truly is insanity. Like, when you watch it, you're like, it's such a cool idea, but the, like, theory behind it and, like, why they do the lemon party is insane. It's like they're competing for pearls and houses and, like, it's like an Easter egg hunt, but it is a lot of fun. So I think we encourage our guests to arrive in, like, very elevated summer whites or very soft tones. So linen, cotton dresses, even silk scarves, you got the big sunglasses on, with like tons of like pastel yellow accessories, which are playful nod to the theme of, lemons. And think like, I guess what I would describe this as is like East Coast whimsy, like meets the garden. Like, yeah, like, so no sneakers, no logos, like full aesthetic, like gotta look on point at this party. Yeah, all white.
A lemon party, which says you need to wear yellow and white.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a garden party.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Be comfortable.
Mm-hmm. You want to be comfortable. You could even wear pants if you were doing this, a little bit further north. Mm-hmm. Here it's very, very hot, and I think for music, like, if you could find a string quartet, I would hire them, but that's probably going to be very expensive, which isn't a problem. Some people can swing it. See what I did there? But live string quartet, swing it. Otherwise, I think we create a playlist with, like, classics, classical interludes, soft jazz music, dreamy tracks like Lana Del Rey comes to mind for this. Or like very instrumental versions of songs, like Florence and the Machine I really like for this. As long as like, I think the soundtrack kind of has to feel like a secret. So maybe not a whole lot of words, maybe just like straight instrumentals. There's a good playlist would be like, Postmodern Jukebox is a cool one. And now that's the music.
Now, starting from the beginning of the hour, and you were talking just in general, I was assuming that it would be like, just soundtracks with just crickets and
oh, you got to have that too.
Clinking glasses, just ambiance.
Yeah, you got to have that too, and it should be like mixed into the music, because it makes you feel like, it's like, what is going on here? We don't need the crickets here in Florida because we have plenty of the cicadas,
and the frogs would gladly fill in.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to chirp. They do every day. Now, the lemon hunt, which is the crown jewel of this party. And so before guests arrive, you go hide the lemons, just like you would do for Easter. It's an adult Easter egg hunt. The kids still participate, but it's kind of like family versus family. So you want to have a team. And whatever team gets the most lemons wins. And then the one lime. The one lime is like extra hidden. So, yeah. I think you should just use real lemons, but if you want to use fake lemons, you could. And I think, I think writing some like handwritten clues on the lemons, or certain lemons, some of the lemons, to where the lime is a cool idea.
Okay.
And a few of them can be like to push people away. They can be fake clues because this is a very secretive party, and I think even like dressing some with like white ribbons would be fun. Otherwise, you want to make it as mysterious as you can. And I think one of the prizes for winning should be like a bottle of really nice limoncello.
Okay.
And another would be like a special prize, like they have to be good prizes because in the show they're amazing prizes. But like nice bottles.
Amazing is open to interpretation.
I mean, you collect the most lemons in the show and you win an island.
Yeah, right. You collect them at our dinner party, you're going to win a lemon cake.
A lemon cake. Yeah. You know what? That just gave me a good idea, Angela. I want to do... Did you ever go to, like, the school's, like, fall festivals? Mm-hmm. We're going to have a fall festival party on this show when it comes to fall, and one of the parts of this will be the cakewalk.
What is the cakewalk?
What a cakewalk is like, there's numbers like 1 through 20 on the ground. And you walk to music. It's kind of like musical chairs. You walk to the music, and then when the music stops, whatever number you're on is what number you have. And then there's somebody with a jar with numbers 1 through 20 throughout it, and they draw a number, and if you're on that number, you win a cake. Yeah, so maybe we do a cakewalk at the lemon party.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lemon cake would be the win. Yeah. So, and then like how you build that in would be a lot of fun. But we're definitely going to do a fall festival on the show for adults.
Okay.
Kids still get them. We don't get them anymore.
Yeah, we might have to plan a fall festival with the radio station.
We can do that.
Just
yeah.
so we can get you to
do a cakewalk. Yeah. I loved doing the cakewalks.
There's something.
Yes. Somebody has got to remember cakewalks. If you remember cakewalks, please call us at 850-772-6803. Tell me about your cakewalk stories.
Right. We didn't do that type of thing up north.
No.
No. We went to, we had fairs and festivals or whatever, but I never heard of a cakewalk. I was thinking it's like walking a plank and then I get caked, like pied in the face.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. There's lemons everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. But guests don't start looking for them whenever they get there. So, you don't know when the lemon hunt is going to start.
Okay.
So, you're hanging out, you're having a good time. Everyone's kind of in this one area. And then, like a sound goes off or something signals the start of the lemon hunt, but you don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. So only the host knows what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it could be like a loud horn or like a firecracker or something, which I think is fun.
Yeah, right, because everybody will be standing around like, what does that mean? But they wouldn't. If they seen lemons laying around when they come in, can they?
They're hidden.
Oh, so they wouldn't. Hopefully, they don't see them like that.
Yeah.
We're in the front door and inside the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, at this point.
And you want to make sure that you use an odd number of lemons because it changes. It helps with ties. Okay. So the last thing you want is 2 people getting 20 lemons each and being in first place, and then now you have a tie. Mm-hmm. You can play rock, paper, scissors, or
And having real lemons would actually help with the kneading process of
the lemonade. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like good and ready when it's time to cultivate their own lemon drink.
Oh, for sure. So I think that like each guest is handed a clue card upon arrival with like a riddle, and that riddle will be like the sound of the start. So, but you don't know when it's going to start. Like we could be in the middle of dinner and I could be like, all right, starting now. Beep.
Okay.
So, yeah. But it needs to be very playful, and I think that you kind of do the hunt right before sundown, like golden hour, creating this very, like, nice blend, and it's cooler, but also chaos. Like, you have till sundown to find these lemons, but it's very playful, and not every lemon will be found. So, and not every lemon will tell the truth. So some of the clues on the lemons to the lime, will be fake. Yeah. So, you know, the Lemon Party is about performance, and it's about the story and the setting, and I think it will make your guests feel like they've stepped into something decadent and a little bit forbidden almost. And after the break, we'll wrap everything up with some final thoughts and tips on bringing this idea to life. You're listening to Doing Dinner with me, Chef Chris, on WKGC 90.7.
Hey, this is Mike Thompson, and I invite you to join me each Friday night from 9 to midnight for Radio Cosmos. We get your weekend started off right with a lot of great rock and roll. We rip the labels off, dig around inside, see what makes it tick. Some of it may surprise you, some of it may shock you. All of it will get your head banging and your booty shaking. Because this ain't your father's public radio. This is Radio Cosmos.
This is Gene Knight, host of Cafe Jazz. And at Cafe Jazz, we play real jazz for folks who feel jazz. Original vinyl recordings from swing to mainstream and progressive, and some of the more recent releases by up-and-coming artists. Cafe Jazz is a total jazz experience. That's why your radio station airs Cafe Jazz. So if you're a real jazz lover, remember to listen to Cafe Jazz.
Monday evening at 8 on GC 90.7 FM.
You're back on Doing Dinner with me, Chef Chris, and we just walked through an entire immersive lemon party built on the fictional story, We Were Liars, fueled by fantasy, draped in citrus. So let's wrap it up. This is the final segment, and thank you for listening. So, actually, I am doing a dinner party very soon at the Revival House in downtown Panama City. Okay. And it's a cool idea. And we'll talk more about the Lemon Party here in a minute, but I'd like to talk about this. I'm calling it Golfing Garden. And, yeah, it's August 2nd, and it's going to be for 30 people. And you can buy tickets. Okay. So you call the Revival House, and you can get tickets to this if it's not sold out. I think we've sold like half of them already, and we just released it yesterday. So it's going to sell out very quickly. But the whole idea of this party is there is no menu. You don't know what you're walking into. But it's definitely going to be seafood-based, hence the Gulf. There will be some other proteins there as well. And all of the vegetables will be bought at the farmers markets that day, prepped, cleaned, cooked, and made into a party. Okay. So it's kind of like a farmer's market chopped in one day. So I get to play. It's going to be a very playful thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like something that needs to be filmed.
It would be cool if somebody would film it. I mean, I'm sure there will be lots of social media going on there, and that's fine. I love that. And, okay. Yeah, so we are doing a dinner party a month now, and that will be open to the public. Okay. So you'll be able to buy tickets. Okay. Yeah. And you just follow us on social media.
And which place do they have to contact about tickets?
The Revival House.
The Revival House.
Yep, Revival House General Store. It's right downtown Panama City, across from the State Attorney's Office.
Okay, and that is on April 2nd. August 2nd.
August 2nd, yep. Okay. Saturday, August the 2nd. All right. We're going to start at 7:30. So it'll run from 7:30 to like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, and that gives me plenty of time to make sure I get all this stuff cooked, because I don't even know what I'm making.
You say it's a secret to you, too.
It's a secret to me, too. If whatever's at the farmer's market is what people will be getting. So, okay. Yeah. And, I mean, the initial reaction when we released it was like, wow, this is a really cool idea. So, and then I'm going to do another one September the 4th. And it's going to be at a very, very beautiful Airbnb called the Sage House. Okay. Yeah. But the one coming up is the Golf and Garden Dinner, and I can't wait to do that, because I'm just going to get out there and just hunt all these vegetables and taste and smell. And it's like peak season cooking, and I love that. Okay. And hyper-local, which I love even more.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have any questions for us, we'd love to take your calls. Again, our number is 850-772-6803. Now let's get back to the Lemon Party. What do you think of the Lemon Party?
I think it sounds really exciting. I actually want to see this TV show at this point, because you are so excited talking about it, and I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an amazing show, and it reminds me a little bit of like Gossip Girl.
Okay.
Which was my favorite show growing up, because they were going through high school whenever I was going through high school. And Gossip Girl is also a very opulent thing, like, you know, it's Upper East Siders who come from wealth, and yeah, this kind of gives off.
And it's just drama.
It's just a bunch of drama.
No killing or nothing.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, naturally.
Yeah.
But it's not really a murder mystery type of thing.
No. With We Were Liars, it kind of is. But
we're not going to be
murdering
anybody.
No, I can't ruin the plot for you.
Okay,
there definitely needs to be a bonfire at our party. There definitely needs to be fire elements, and if you watch the show, you'll understand why. But, you know, the Lemon Party isn't just like a nod to the show or the novel. It really is a cool idea. And I've never seen it done before, and I was like, how do I not know this? And we are doing one for an open house. Like, there's this really, really nice open house. Nice home that's being sold, and a realtor friend of mine is hosting an open house there. And usually they're sponsored by title companies, and this one's sponsored by Florida Legacy Title, and they're like, hey, let's do the Lemon Party. And I'm like, oh, I love this idea. This is going to be a blast. So you have all these realtors at this open house, like, all competing for lemons and prizes. And, like, it's going to be fun. But I would love to do this as a dinner party as well, with, like, friends and family, because it creates this, like, level of competition, and it has this, like, Easter egg hunt vibe, and everyone's like,
it kind of lets people know, you know, what feels, you know, be doing fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, what profession do you want to go into?
Yeah, I mean, like, whether you want to recreate the actual party from the show or just borrow its idea, which is what we are doing. You know, lemons everywhere, and, like, I think the beautiful centerpieces. It's got to have, like, these really opulent centerpieces. Everyone sits at the same table. So, like, I wouldn't invite any more than, like, 30 people to this. Yeah. And, you know, like, I think you craft it with intention, and it will be beautiful and fun, because it's, like, the entertainment is the lemons.
Right. And that's the fun part about it, is just how many things can I do with lemon.
Yeah.
And then how many gifts can I create that's going to be lemon-based, or at least yellow.
Yeah. Like, one of the gifts could just be some bananas.
Right.
And then they're like, I won bananas, really?
Right. It's like, you on theme, though.
Nothing wrong with bananas. There's nothing wrong with giving bananas as a gift. You know? But you can have some really cool prizes. Like, get creative with the prizes. I think, like, some cool prizes for that would be a cake, would be a cool one. Bottle of limoncello. You know, lemon-themed gifts, like you said, I think are cool. Maybe, like, I think it would be nice to have, like, gift cards here. And those are usually really good. So, they
probably sell candles.
Yeah, like a citrus-scented, really nice candle would be a fun one. You know, like, maybe like a cool lemon gift basket that has like lemon soap, or like a cookbook about lemons, or you know, things like that. Stationery, fun gifts. You could do like one really nice gift for whoever finds the lime.
Right.
Because in the show there's 200 lemons and 1 lime. Yeah.
Okay, and so, you know, there's lots of other gifts.
There is lots of... In the show, the gifts are unachievable for the average human being. Because it's like... It's just opulent stuff.
Okay. The trick is not to tell people where it came from after the fact.
Yeah.
That way they won't be expecting just over-the-top gifts.
Yeah.
They'll get home and they'll watch it, and they'll be like, what the heck is this?
Yeah. Like, I didn't get an island?
Right.
Or the house in Boston? Like, come on. Like, I didn't get the $500,000 pearls.
Right.
You know? It's like,
Right, but it does sound really, really fun. You know, it sounds really different. You know, I never even would have thought about doing something like a lemon-themed party.
Yeah. And it's the hunting of the lemons, and it's so much. It really is cool. I'm like, man, I can't wait to go to one of these. It'd be fun to host it, but it would be more fun to go to one. Yeah. You know, and whenever being a host is a great feeling. Like, I love hosting parties, but it would be nice to just attend one every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gulf Coast State College Foundation hosts Sundress Social. It's like, I think it is today. Yeah. It is today, and it's held down at Harrison's. And everyone wears like sundresses and dresses up nice, and it benefits our foundation at Gulf Coast State College, which keeps our programs running, and it keeps our tuition lowest in the state. So we have to applaud what they are doing, and we love that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And it's called Sundress Social. It's not just for women?
No, it's for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was, I didn't go to the first one. I'm unsure if I'm going to go to this one. But it is a cool party, and it's for a really amazing cause. So I think people should go to it.
Okay.
And everyone's dressed up. Like, you don't get a whole lot of opportunities to dress up unless you go, like, work in an office really nice. So it's nice whenever you get to go and dress up, or you have a themed something, you know? So, yeah. And it's summer, and sundresses, they're uniquely summer. So, yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, I think with the idea of the Lemon Party, and especially if you watch the show or you've read the books, I am going to read the book. I am going to read the book. From what I understand, the Lemon Party in the book doesn't hold as much value as it does in the show, but I still want to read the book because it's really good storytelling. And I think writing like that is really amazing. And it reminds me of, like, Gossip Girl or The Summer I Turned Pretty, or if you like those types of narratives, and then this is a really, really good one. It's called We Were Liars.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it doesn't really seem like a chick flick.
It's definitely not. It is a psychological thriller.
Okay.
Yeah, it technically is a thriller. Because some of the things that happen, especially in the last bit of the show, you're like, wow, like, I didn't see this coming. Holy cow. I just didn't.
The show just has like one season or something?
It's one season right now, but there is going to be a second one.
Okay.
There is going to be a season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, at least I think. I don't know if it's been announced, but the ending of the show makes you feel like it's not over.
It left it open.
Yeah, it was left very open-ended, which is fine. It was a really great closing and a really amazing ending, but also kind of like sad and thrilling, and I don't know. This show gives you all the feels.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if we get our listeners to tune in, then hey, we will definitely get a season 2 or a season 3 or 4 even.
Hopefully. So here's my final tip. Don't just host a dinner, host a feeling. Make your guests feel transported to this New England world, and make them wonder if they stepped into a dream or like a memory, or like, what is going on here? That's the idea with this. This party needs to feel like magic. And if you throw your own lemon party, I want to see it. Tag us. Tag WKGC if you ever throw any party. Well, until next time, I'm Chef Chris, and this has been Doing Dinner on WKGC 90.7. Keep it bright.
You're listening to 90.7 FM WKGC, Panama City.